growing concerns about Zika at home here in the U.S. A New York woman who contracted the virus while on vacation is opening up about her experience. Jesse Palmer, you have her story over there in Social Square. Jesse?
That's right, Robin. Good morning. And after a relaxing summer vacation, New York resident Chrissy Rutherford came home feeling like her body was falling apart. Her frightening symptoms leading to the dreaded diagnosis of the Zika virus. Fresh off a 5-day trip in tropical paradise, Harper's Bazaar senior digital editor Chrissy Rutherford returning home with one scary souvenir.
You sort of think that it's not going to happen to you.
Rutherford was making her way to a wedding just 3 days after arriving home to New York City from her Jamaican vacation.
I'm sitting on the train and I start taking a selfie, as one does when they're on the train by themselves on the way to a wedding. And yeah, when I saw my skin, my heart just started pounding.
That face rash coming after 2 days of leg soreness and joint stiffness. But what was causing the symptoms?
A light bulb, I guess, just went off in my head and I thought, I think I could have Zika virus.
After a Google search of Zika symptoms and 2 trips to the doctor later, a urine test confirmed her fears. Rutherford contracted Zika. According to the CDC, more than 750 people in 45 states have reported cases of Zika. The virus spreads through mosquito bites and can be transmitted through unprotected sex, presenting risks for pregnant women, including links to birth defects for their unborn babies. So with no prescription treatment to cure Zika, Rutherford spent the next 10 days suffering through her illness.
I was just feeling so lifeless, my body so achy, and I knew that even once I got up on my feet, it was going to be painful.
Now, nearly 2 weeks later, Rutherford says she's finally starting to feel like herself and ready to share her experience with her readers at Harper's Bazaar.
A lot of people aren't aware of what it's like to have this virus.
And Chrissy admits she did not wear bug spray, something that we should always remember to do. Robin?
That's right, Jess. Joining us now, ABC News senior medical contributor Dr. Jennifer Ashton. And so this woman, she said she was very thankful that she actually felt the symptoms, because many times you don't when you have this.
Yeah, she was pretty sick, Robin. Take a look at her symptoms here. These are classic symptoms for Zika. She had them all. Fever, that rash started on her face, spread to her entire body, joint pain, pretty severe, pink eye, conjunctivitis, muscle aches, and headache. She felt really, really sick for quite some time.
And she did the right thing. She went to the doctor not once, but twice, and that's what you do.
100%. Be persistent. Make sure you tell them about where you've been. Every doctor should actually always ask you about your travel history.
Right.
And then testing is both with blood and urine. Urine can actually be the more accurate test. The virus stays in the urine a little longer than it does in the blood.
So, Jen, it's vacation season. What do people do if they are preparing to travel in an area?
Well, I think this story really reminds us this isn't just an issue for pregnant women and the men in their lives. So you have to ask yourself, how important is it that I go away, know where Zika is prevalent? So look at the map, go to the CDC site. It is in a lot of places. And then you have to take those common precautions, use repellent, cover up. But again, you want to ask yourself, is it possible to remove all risk of getting a single mosquito bite? It's pretty hard.
Yeah, it is. Well, let's talk about that new case in Ohio where the man transferred it to his wife.
Sexual transmission, and people really need to pay attention to this, Robin. So the recommendations for men, if they have been diagnosed with a case of Zika, they are recommended to use condoms or abstain from sex for at least a 6-month period. If they've just been to a Zika area, the recommendations are to use condoms or abstain for 8 weeks. The issue is 4 out of 5 people infected with Zika may show no symptoms. So if you want to err on the side of caution, it's at minimum 6 months.
4 out of 5 do not show these symptoms.
That's right.
That's scary.
So we're going to be on top of this.
Yes, stay on it. Thank you, Jen, so much.